Is Luffy freaking crazy in chapter 651? Oh man. What's up everybody? ForneverWorld here today to do my review of One Piece chapter 651. Whoa. Um so this chapter, it starts off, and for the most part you would think it's pretty slow of a chapter, but towards the end of the chapter I'm like, what is wrong with this guy, Monkey D. Luffy? He just doesn't care. He got guts like nobody else you'll ever know. So the chapter basically is the aftermath of what's going on. They got Caribou. The one punch, I think Luffy just gave him a punch or a kick, knocked him out, and they took the treasure. But they made the mistake of leaving him behind, and that's going to cost them greatly in the long run. I can already see it because he knows too much about Poseidon and Shirahoshi. Yeah, that was definitely a big mistake on their part. But they don't know that he knows all that information. But it was a great mistake to leave him behind because he's going to be a force to be reckoned with that knowledge. The chapter continues, and they're talking about the sweets that, Fishman Island got to deliver. And Luffy is baffled. Like, this woman, Big Mam, will destroy this island over some sweets? And Big Mam, we see Big Mam in the chapter, and I was... once Big Mam comes in, the chapter completely takes a turn for the better, 100,000 times for the better. She's talking over the in her island in the New World, and she's talking about, I can't wait for them Fishman Island sweets, or whatever. And, they tell her, well, Fishman Island might not be able to deliver the sweets because one of her pirates, she has a couple of pirates on Fishman Island that serve her, and they call her and say, hey, Fishman Island might not be able to deliver. And she calls, she's like, get me on one of those things to talk or whatever. She calls in over there. Nobody want to pick up. And Luffy, this part of the chapter, I was like, Luffy, you're too crazy sometimes. He picks up and he's like rude as hell. He's like, I ate all your candy, all 10 tons. I ate it. He's like going crazy, and Big Mam is like, alright, I'm going to focus my wrath on you. I'm going to take it off Fishman Island because that was Luffy's goal, But just the way he did it, I cracked up. I was like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with him? And then he's like, and at the end, to make matters worse, he's like, and I'm going to whip your butt and make Fishman Island my turf. Oh my god. Luffy, sometimes this guy gets out of control, like, you gotta have some restraints. You can't just talk like that. This is one of the 4 emperors, This is Big Mam. The end of the chapter, this was freaking amazing. This is the second time Oda does this, where at the end of the chapter, he just blows your freaking mind. And Luffy just had me dying laughing. I just felt like it was like a real life situation when somebody, like, picks up the phone and goes off. He's like, I ate all your candy. Oh, man. I love this chapter towards the end. The beginning of the chapter is pretty slow, I'm not gonna lie, but once the whole Big Mam calls in and we hear from her and stuff and all the candy and stuff, the chapter takes a turn for 100,000 times better. It just goes way up there. Luffy's crazy. That's the best way to put it. Luffy he got guts, but sometimes, he already made a bad enemy. She's like, come to the New World then, come on! So he made a couple of mistakes in this chapter. First mistake, leaving Caribou behind, because Caribou knows way too much and it's not good, with the government and everything on their tails. And pissing off Big Mam before they even got to New World. He already made a huge foe, one of the 4 emperors. He's already got Blackbeard, because we know Blackbeard is not one of the 4 emperors. We already got him on the bad side, and now Big Mam. Crazy stuff in One Piece 651. But that's all I have for this review. Let me know what you thought of it. Were you blown away by Luffy's crazy cockiness, just going reckless? I know he did it for the better of Fishman Island, but you think that was the right way to do it? Let me know in the comment section below, or with a video response. Yo, overall, thoughts of this crazy, funny, insane chapter of One Piece. But again, that's all I have. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up for Luffy's craziness and his guts and just being manly as ever. Have an awesome day.